Hi everyone, welcome back to Spirit Made Me Do It. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, my name is Marcy and I read tarot for a living. Last week, the video that was made was about choosing happiness. And you can choose happiness, and that is a wonderful thing. And on a day-to-day basis, yes, we should really try the things that I suggested. Try to live happily and as lovingly as possible at all times, and things will tend to go better for you. After taping last week's video, life threw me a curveball, and that curveball hit me right in my third eye. It was not something that was easy to deal with. It was something that caused fear and concern and uncertainty. And then I just thought, well, what do I tell my clients when life throws them a curveball? And the first thing I tell them is don't put a value on the situation. Don't look at this as a good thing that happened or a bad thing that happened. This allows you to step out of the emotion, and it allows you to make better decisions and to think more clearly. It also takes off a lot of pressure. Putting value, a bad thing, saying this is a terrible thing that happened, that just focuses on the suffering. And that's certainly not something that you need when you have to make decisions that could really affect your life. Also, don't put a value on the outcome of the situation. Oftentimes, we say to ourselves, if this doesn't happen, it's the end of the world. It's not. It's something that's happening that is bringing you to a better place. It's bringing you to your path that you may have strayed off of. It's putting you where you need to be. And it's also teaching you lessons. So try to learn from these lessons, and you won't feel so much like you were thrown a curveball. You'll feel like it happened for you and not to you. The second thing is to remember that we are living in a physical world and that we have to deal with that physical world as well. So ask for help on the physical side. Ask an attorney if that's warranted. Ask for a counselor. Talk to a friend. But get advice and let people look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. That's something that you have to do on an earthly level. But being that we live in a duality, we also have to remember that the spiritual side can help us as well. So put out your intentions to the spirit side. Ask for help. Once you've asked for that help, that's number 3. What you've got to do is believe. You've got to just trust that this is a process that you have to go through, and that you will go through it, and that you are guided through it. And you're being guided from both sides because you've asked for help. You're being guided from the earthly side and from the spiritual side. I like to use an analogy. If you go to a restaurant and you ask the waiter to bring you something, you just trust that they're going to bring you what you ordered. One of my clients today pointed out that that doesn't always happen. They don't always bring you what you ordered. And that still makes the waiter analogy a good analogy. Because if you ask for the most benevolent outcome of the situation, and that's one of the things that you should be asking for when you ask for spiritual help, when you ask for the most benevolent outcome and trust that the most benevolent outcome is coming to you, that allows for spirit, your guides, God, whatever you call your higher power, that allows them to do what is highest and best for all of us. And let me tell you from experience that oftentimes what they have planned and in store is much better than we could ever imagine. So once you put in your order, once you ask for help, trust that that's coming to you. The fourth thing that you have to do is wait for the next step to present itself. When you trust, release everything. Release it over to God or to your higher power. And then wait for the next sign, wait for the next step. The fifth thing is, while you are waiting for the next step to happen, live happily. Don't have worry. Don't think about the situation. Let it unfold. Let it unfold before you. And trust that all of the things that are happening are for your highest and best. When you live happily in between the issues, the steps, when you live happily, you are putting out a much better frequency. Remember, like upon itself attracts. If you put out worry, you're going to get more reason to worry. Know that you will survive this, and it will lead you to a better place. Things will get better. Good luck, guys. Take care. See you next time.